What was your caught in 4K moment? So this happened to my friend Dylan back in junior year, and honestly, it's still the most embarrassing thing I've ever witnessed. Dylan was always that kid who made everything into a huge deal, you know? Like if he got a paper cut, suddenly he needed the whole first aid kit and was telling everyone how he almost bled out. So when he showed up Monday morning wearing this huge neck brace, nobody really questioned it. He's limping into first period going ow, ow, ow with every step, telling everyone how he slipped on some water in the cafeteria Friday and basically broke his whole body. His mom had already called the school screaming about how dangerous the floors were and threatening to sue. By Tuesday, Dylan's adding more details. Now he's got nerve damage in his arm and can't write. Mrs. Foster in English class is letting him do verbal responses instead of essays. He's getting extra time on tests, people are carrying his backpack, and honestly half the school felt bad for him. Wednesday rolls around and this dude shows up in a wheelchair. I'm not even kidding. A full rental wheelchair that squeaked every time he moved. He said the doctor told him he needed to stay off his feet for at least 2 weeks. The drama club kids were practically treating him like a war veteran, and even the mean substitute teacher was being nice to him. Here's the thing though, and I swear I had no idea at the time. Dylan wasn't even at school that Friday when he supposedly got hurt. He'd texted our group chat saying he was sick, but really he went to this trampoline park in the next town over with Jake and Austin. They made a whole day of it. Pizza, arcade games, and like 3 hours of jumping around doing flips and stuff. Jake thought it would be funny to make a TikTok compilation of their day. You know how Jake is with his phone, always filming everything. He posted this video called "When You Skip School and Live Your Best Life" with this upbeat music and everything. It showed them eating pizza, then Dylan doing backflips into the foam pit, bouncing off trampolines, and even waving at the camera with both arms totally fine. The video got maybe like 50 views. Jake's TikTok never really took off, so it just sat there for a week while Dylan was rolling around school in his wheelchair telling everyone about his tragic cafeteria accident. But then Mrs. Peterson, the school nurse, was scrolling through TikTok at home on Thursday night. She was probably just mindlessly watching videos like we all do, and Jake's video popped up on her feed. She's watching these kids having fun at the trampoline park when she stops the video and goes back. The kid doing backflips looked really familiar. She watched it again, then again. Then she screenshot Dylan mid-backflip and sent it to Principal Hayes with a message that just said, "Interesting." Friday morning, Dylan wheels into the main office for what he thought was a check-in about his accommodations. The principal, the nurse, and the assistant principal are all sitting there with serious faces. They've got the big TV pulled out, the one they use for presentations. Dylan's still playing it up, adjusting his neck brace and wincing as he transfers from his wheelchair to the chair. He's asking if they need any medical paperwork or if his mom needs to call about anything. Then Principal Hayes hits play on the video. The room goes dead silent as we hear the upbeat TikTok music and watch Dylan bounce around the trampoline park like an Olympic gymnast. There's Dylan doing a perfect backflip. There's Dylan jumping from trampoline to trampoline. There's Dylan waving at the camera with the same arm he claimed had nerve damage. The video ends and nobody says anything for like 30 seconds. Dylan is just sitting there, still wearing the neck brace, his face getting redder and redder. You could literally hear the clock ticking on the wall. Principal Hayes finally goes, "Would you like to explain this, Dylan?" And Dylan just deflated, like completely gave up. He didn't even try to make up some story about it being his twin brother or that the video was old or anything. He just slumped in his chair and mumbled, "I can't." Mrs. Peterson asked him to remove the neck brace. Turns out he'd been wearing his little sister's old one from when she actually hurt her neck in soccer 2 years ago. The wheelchair belonged to his grandmother who didn't even know he'd borrowed it. They suspended him for 2 weeks, which meant he got the time off school he'd wanted anyway, just not how he planned.